Hello everyone. In this video I'm gonna go about common network problems and discuss the steps on how to solve it using network utilities. So let's jump into the first issue that we have, and that would be limited or no connectivity. So usually this error appears in your system icon tray, which is located here at the bottom right corner of your screen. For Windows, for older version of Windows, it would show you a text that says limited or no connectivity. But for later versions of Windows, um, it would have an exclamation mark within the yellow triangle with no internet access displayed when you hover the mouse over here. Now, talking about limited or no connectivity, so just to give a brief description of what does this error means. This actually means that the computer is connected to the network but is unable to connect to the internet for likely reasons that the issue could be a non-responsive DHCP server. So for most of the time when the DHCP server fails to assign an IP address, the computer would automatically assign an IP address to itself. It's actually what we call the PIPA type of address, and the value is equivalent to 169.254 something and something. And usually the subnet mask would be 255.255.0.0, and that's the time that the computer would display a notification and then would tell you that there's limited or no connectivity. So let's jump ahead to our troubleshooting steps. So the very first, or the basic troubleshooting steps that we're gonna need to do is to check the physical layer of the network. That would be your routers, your cable. So we don't want any loose or defective cable, so make sure those are properly connected. And also doing a power cycle could also be helpful, and sometimes could fix the issue by just simply turning on or turning off and on the modem or router. So if those were done and still the issue persists, you might want to use some network utilities that we have available. So to use that, we're gonna go to we're gonna run command prompt. To do that, we go here, start, go to all programs and accessories. Then here's the command prompt. You right click on it, make sure you run it as administrator. There we go. So the first network command, or the first command that you might want to try is the command that would release and renew your IP address. So let's say you have a valid IP but doesn't have a default gateway. One way of fixing it is to release and renew your IP address. So you type in ipconfig/release. Now it won't. It says here it won't apply in my computer because I'm currently connected wirelessly. So, but for those who are using Ethernet connection, that should release your IP address. And once done, you need to type it again, ipconfig. Now this time you want it renewed, so you type in renew, and that should give you a new set of IP address. Now another thing that you might want to try is refreshing your DNS cache, because sometimes these cache entries could also get corrupted. So to make sure that you have a fresh one, you might want to run the ipconfig flush DNS command. /DNS, type it in just like that, hit enter. Now once it successfully flushed the DNS resolver cache, you might want to replace this with register DNS. Oops. registered DNS. There you go. So again, that should give you or that should clear the cache, the DNS cache in your computer. So after doing that, and still you're having the same error, there's still a network utility that we might want to try. We can try resetting the WinSock as well as the TCP/IP stack. So just an overview on what this WinSock does. It's basically a software that allows applications to interact with your network, or with the network rather. So pretty much when WinSock is corrupted, you'll run into network errors like page cannot be displayed, and such as limited or no connectivity issue. But pretty much running wait, let me just type in here the net shell command, net sh winsock reset catalog. So pretty much this command would remove all the WinSock layered service provider or LSPs that were previously installed in your computer, including those, of course, the malfunctioning LSPs that causes loss of network packets. So once it's typed in, hit enter. Now it would prompt you to reboot the computer, which right now I'm not going to be doing. But of course, if you're having the real error, definitely you should, because that would complete the resetting of the WinSock. So after doing that, again, as I mentioned, you might also want to try to reset the TCP/IP stack. So this time you want to type in netsh int ip/reset. Can I try this? There you go. It says it has been reset. So by doing this command, it will pretty much, or it will basically reset what we call the TCP/IP stack, which is what your computer uses to communicate between your device and incoming data. So like the WinSock reset, this would also require a reboot of your computer. And right after that, after reboot, you better again check your internet connection. Hopefully that should fix. That should be it for the limited or no connectivity error. Now we move on to the next network problem that we might be encountering. That would be the page cannot be displayed error. So again, just to give you guys a brief description on what's happening in there. One possible reason why there's this error is that the computer is not able to resolve the names due to DNS issues. Part of checking if it's really the cause of the trouble, the issue or what, you can actually use the network utility ns lookup command here, and then just type in the web address, and if it gives you the IP address of the website, that means there's no problem with the your DNS in your computer. But if it wasn't able to do so, then there are troubleshooting steps again that you can try, such as flushing and registering your DNS. That's by clearing the DNS cache entries, which, by the way, we have tried just a while ago. So now going back to other reasons why we are having page cannot be displayed error would be the web server may not be receiving your request. Perhaps your firewall or other programs might be blocking those requests to the web server. That's why it's not reaching it and you're not getting any response. And lastly, another reason why page cannot be displayed occurs could be that the web server itself is down or unresponsive. So if that's the case, there's pretty much nothing you can do but wait until the website or the web server is up and running again. Now let's jump ahead to the troubleshooting steps for page cannot be displayed error. So just like with our first error, we always want to start with our physical layer. So always check your routers, your cables, make sure they're not loose. Check those LED indicators in your routers. So now if those things were checked now and still you're getting the same issue, now you might want to start running some of the network utilities that we have. So this time we can use ipconfig. When you run this command, you basically just want to check if you're getting a valid IP and not the people one, which is the 169.254 IP address. Now if the case is if you're getting a valid IP but you don't have a default gateway, you might want to try ipconfig release and renew. So you might want to try renewing your IP address. I'm not gonna show how it's done because pretty much we've tried it just a while ago. Now if you're getting a valid IP but and gateway but still unable to browse website, you might want to go and ping the website such as Google. Now if you're getting replies with no packet loss, you might want to check the application layer, which is the browser. There could be some add-ons that's causing the issue. There could be some components of your browser that's causing the issue or probably corrupted. You might need to uninstall or reinstall your browser, or you might just simply remove a particular add-on from your browser. Now let's say if the case would be you're getting no replies and you have 100% packet lost. Usually that could be caused by firewalls or some antivirus programs that's locking your request. So you might also want to try to disable those firewalls and see if you could go ahead and ping the website with those firewalls disabled. Now, what if you're getting a 169.254 type of IP address? So if you're in that situation, the best thing that you could try is to reset the WinSock and the TCP/IP stack, just like what we did earlier. You might want to use those two network utility as well, or network tool. So again, type those commands one at a time, and of course you'll be prompted to reboot later on. So pretty much that's it for the page cannot be displayed error. Those are the things that you can try in fixing the issue. Now lastly, what I want to go about is the network utility tool called the netstat. So if you're having a slow internet connection, I know there could be a lot of reasons why it's doing that, but if you're thinking that something in your computer is in there that shouldn't be, such as a malware or unwanted programs, netstat command can be useful to check what's really running in the background. What are the programs that are currently connected to the internet. So let me just show you how it can be done. So I've typed in netstat space -b. So that would show me all the running application that are currently connected to the internet. So in my case, I have Firefox, and my Avast, which is my antivirus program, is also connected. Now, if you're seeing jargons or weird characters or names that doesn't really make sense, now that could be something. You might want to run a quick scan or you might want to uninstall that particular program directly from your computer, because that could be causing the slow connection to your computer. So pretty much that's about it for our last network problem. Thank you guys for watching.